Hey everybody, just a quick little tip for you. Anybody who owns good old Skidoo Bombardier product might have a few of these laying around. I certainly do. I've got a bin of them in pieces, parts and pieces. They're the worst recoils I've ever dealt with in my life. But it's probably good for Skidoo because they sell a whole pile of them and they keep selling more and more every year, especially as these machines get older. The good news is that they still use that kind of pull start, rewind, you might call it, rewind mechanism. So they are available. There are aftermarket models available as well. Some of the aftermarket ones actually come with a little bolt that goes through here, comes right out the other side, and keeps this all intact in the event that this little metal clip comes off and detonates. Because what happens is that metal clip gets inside your stator and your machine shuts off and you're in the bush and you can't pull your rotor off or your flywheel off to get it apart, and it's a nightmare. These right here are some of the parts found inside my magneto housing. And this is what shut the machine down when Simon was ripping it up on the power lines. Put an end to his day. Nobody likes that, but we have a cure ourselves. We could put a bolt through there. I'm just not quite sure how far it extends into the magneto housing, if it's going to come in contact with the crankshaft or not. But I've just tried to do something here. Some guys have told me how to do this online. I never actually did it in the past. Here, you just take a drill bit. Wear your safety goggles, of course. Do one of these. Which one do I go through? Let's do that one. How big is that drill bit? What is that, about a 16th? I can't even read that. I can't see what size drill bit that is because it's actually not written on there. So the only thing to really remember is that it does fit between those little grooves. I'm just going to use a cotter pin. I just gave it a little slight bend, and I'm pretty sure if I've done this correctly, it should just pop right at the other side. Right there, and it did. All I'm going to do is just make sure that this extends out past this retaining clip. Bend that little gizmo over. I'm sure you could use a bunch of different things if you had something laying around. This is just what I used. So if in the event that little clip wears out, because these are all moving plastic pieces, it shouldn't fall off of there. We should have a little bit of warning so we can actually get this thing off and replaced. So that's how I just did my little fix for this recoil. This is going on my 860 IQR. We're going to hit some races this weekend, and I should be good for a while now. Thanks for tuning in as usual. Beauty.